Name things white people love.
Until somebody messes up.
Iced coffee.
Spike ball.
Hiking.
The beach.
Can jam on the beach.
Tanning to be darker.
Taylor Swift.
Ooh. Billie Eilish.
Ballet.
Classical music.
The Nutcracker.
Ooh. Piano lessons.
Crossing the street when they see someone that's not white.
Skiing.
Croquet.
Espresso shots.
Polo.
Other cultures' accents.
Ooh, half knowing Spanish.
Ooh, that's a good one. Hummus.
I respect that. Taco night. A really unseasoned bland taco night.
Yeah, well, speaking of unseasoned, pita chips. Y'all love pita chips.
What about American Girl?
Hot topic.
Greta Gerwig.
Ooh.
Sorry, Greta Thunberg.
Yeah. Oh, that HBO show Girls?
I like that a lot. Vanderpump Rules.
All reality TV.
Let's go with chai tea.
Oh, y'all like sashimi?
Non-brand black boots.
Oh, those like really clunky white sneakers.
The L train.
Williamsburg.
Staying hydrated.
Oh, Nalgene water bottles.
Ooh, that's a good one. Excessively long road trips for no reason.
Oh, having your toes out in every situation.
The national anthem.
Saying that you only need to wash your hair twice a week.
Big Ten football.
Brunch.
That's a real good one. Oh, really poor fitting jeans.
Ooh, fawn talk?
Finance vests.
Oh, like listing all their non-white friends.
Little curly, twisty mustaches.
Oh, of course. Oh, those like super small sunglasses that like John Lennon types.
Oscar-nominated films.
Oh, music festivals.
Musicals.
Fish.
Wilco.
Loud luxury.
Foo Fighters.
I think you got me. I don't got you.
Yes, of course I do. What? Yeah.
Hey, I kind of like a lot of those things. All right, what's up, Jank says? It's back. I'm back, and I got a lot to talk to you about. It's been a crazy 2 weeks, and I'm happy to be recording again because I finally have time. So, let's not wait. Let's just get into it.
Janky Town, hit the ground. We can get the janky poppin', that's a sound. We make your frown, go upside down. It's getting janky, we the greatest pound for pound. What up, Dave? What up, Dave? What up, bro? What up, Jankster? What up, Dave? What up, Dave? What up, bro? What up, Jankster? It's getting janky, it's getting janky, it's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. It's getting janky, it's getting janky, it's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. Janky Town.
What's up, Jank says? Welcome to an all new episode of Janky Town. I'm Dave, and we're gonna talk about stupid things and weird things and just things that are happening in my stupid life. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being a Patreon subscriber. And if you are not a Patreon subscriber, it's not too late. Get more than one episode a month of Janky Town. So subscribe. Janky Town. Nope. Patreon.com/Janky Town. They just start at $5. Come on, $5 a month, and you get all the jankiness in your ears. If you're on social media, you can check out Janky Town at JankyTown69 on Twitter and Instagram. But you could also email jankytown69@gmail.com. The Jank line, 855-JANKY69. It might be going away. I gotta see how well I could integrate it and use it, and if there's other ways I could use it other than voicemail. But yeah, if you wanna give me a call, leave a message, 855-JANKY69. Talk about what I'm talking about. Give me suggestions, something to talk about, or complain to me, whatever. Or if you just want to get something off your chest, go ahead and give it a call. I will be happy to answer anything. 855-JANKY69, the Jank line, which may be going away. All right, let's get started. Guys, Jankstas, we did it. We did it. I'm so proud of us all. We survived a fucking hurricane. Woohoo! Los Angeles, Southern California area. We survived a hurricane. Now, Florida always would have had the claims of, hey, we have a hurricane. Down south, they had hurricanes. And man, they looked bad. They would always be bad. Flooding, destruction, winds. But here in Los Angeles, nah, just rain. Just rain. Now, I know in Baja it was pretty bad. And in weird spots like, not San Diego's weird, but it went to Palm Springs and Nevada. And it was weird seeing all those places flood. La Quinta, was it Palm Desert? I saw had like streets flooded, which is wild because don't they have so many channels out there for this exact reason for flash floods, for everything? But I'm glad everyone's safe. I'm glad we all, joking aside, I'm glad it wasn't as bad as the media made it out to be. Like it's crazy. I posted something on my personal Instagram, Dave K0M on Twitter and Instagram and Threads. Threads. Who even uses Threads anymore? But I posted an image that I saw in my meme group, and it's pretty spot on accurate, where day one the world's gonna end, this is gonna be the biggest blizzard ever, and then when it's about to hit, well, it's a tropical storm, but it's just like they get us into a frenzy. Why? We know, like, when it comes to weather, they're always wrong. Like, no one told us it was gonna rain this morning. I'm recording this on Saturday morning. No one told us it was going to rain. Huh? Nope. But one thing about Hillary, I could say that is a good thing. And I'm sure this is not just me, but a lot of people who have lawns. Yes, my lawn was dying. Omar was right. It's fucking hard taking care of a lawn. And I have a lot of lawn to take care of. Not bigger than a lot of people, but I got a good amount of lawn to take care of. And some of my lawn was turning yellow, and I was very sad. I was doing everything I can. I tried to get the revive. I've been watering it, which we're allowed to do. We're allowed to use the sprinklers three times a week. But another 3 times, I'm out there, the hose just watering down, which we're allowed to do per Los Angeles County District guidelines. But yeah, I'm trying everything I can to keep my lawn green and my grass growing, and I'm getting spots, and my grass was turning yellow, at least in the front lawn. The back lawn is doing okay. There's some spots, but it's still green. And thanks to Tropical Storm Hillary, it just flooded my lawn, and now my lawn is back to being green. So thank you, Hillary. Thanks for all the free water. Turned off my sprinklers for those couple of days. Didn't need to, because water is fucking expensive. Man, I can't believe it. Like, I had a leak in my bathtub. The water bill went up. What the fuck? Just for a leak. So make sure you check all your bathtub nozzles and everything. What is this, a PSA for LAWDWP or something? Yeah, all right, man. Well, that is, we survived. Oh, I didn't even mention, during the storm, I'm sure a lot of people got this, you get an alert, and there's a fucking earthquake. Earthquake. It says, earthquake immediate. Get to a place, stop, drop, and cover. I was going to say roll, but that's a fire. Stop, drop, and roll. But an earthquake alert during the rainstorm. And I just look at my phone. I'm like, I didn't see anything. And I thought nothing of it. But then it turns out it was a pretty big one. A 5.2 in Ojai, which is about an hour, maybe an hour and a half outside of Los Angeles area. So it was close enough where I'm sure some people felt it. But if you felt it during the rain, man, that's just a lot going on that weekend. But man, we survived, and I'm glad everyone, no damage, not too much damage across the city. And I hope everyone came out, all the Janksters came out unscathed for the most part. But we survived a hurricane. We should get a t-shirt. But then after that, my God, what a week. What a week in my life, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't record another episode. The plan was, like, there's been an episode that is literally will never be done because all the topics are pretty old. So I just dropped it. Like the girl who tried to use Mountain Dew to wash herself after committing a murder. Like, what kind of idiot is that? That was going to be in What the Fuck News, but I couldn't get to it because we just had a busy week. Now, Mountain Dew, it's got to be one of the worst substances, right? Like, if think about it, this person wanted to use it to wash off DNA from her hands, like, and people drink that. I don't even like the taste of Mountain Dew. It tastes kind of gross. And I don't know who likes Mountain Dew. Like Taco Bell is now having Mountain Dew gelato. Who wants that? Like gelato's not even real ice cream. I don't know. Like there's good gelato. Yes, I understand that. But Mountain Dew, and especially it's like the Baja Blast or some shit like that. Yeah, no Mountain Dew. No bueno. No bueno. I mean, I haven't been to Taco Bell in a couple months. So, and I mean a couple, like a lot, like maybe 6-7 months. So I don't think I have to worry about that. And I know that's one of their biggest sellers, which people, stop drinking Mountain Dew. Stop it, please. Just drink a normal soda. Drink a Coke. I'll even say drink a Pepsi. Nah, never drink a Pepsi. But my week, yes. Oh, man. All right. So for some of the people who don't know, I work at a talent booking agency, and we book all kinds of different guests on, actors, athletes, politicians, authors, any type of guest that our clients want, we get. But sometimes I work on TV shows, and one of the TV shows I work on is Celebrity Jeopardy. So we've been the past couple of months booking Celebrity Jeopardy. And the time has come where we finally had to film Celebrity Jeopardy. So my last week started with day one of taping Celebrity Jeopardy. And for those who are thinking, hey, isn't there a strike going on? Like, shouldn't you not be filming something right now? Yes, that is correct. There is a strike going on. But no, Celebrity Jeopardy, along with other programs like documentaries, news broadcasts, podcasts, they are all under a separate agreement from SAG, and they are allowed to continue. We did not break any rules or anything. All the questions were pre-written by the writers because they anticipated there was going to be a strike, so they wrote questions way in advance. So everything was on the up and up, and I was happy to work on this, and I'm glad we were able to record the show because they spend a lot of money on charity. They give a lot of money to charity, so this is a good cause, and it's a fun time, and who doesn't love Jeopardy, right? So Monday, when it was supposed to be a stormy, hurricane-y day, I have to get there on set at about 7 a.m. And then we tape all the way until about 8 p.m. So that's just one day. Then the next day, normal day, Tuesday, work. But then my genius, I didn't get a chance to play basketball. I normally play basketball as one of my workouts on Monday nights. Didn't get a chance to play because I was at Jeopardy. So my friend had a basketball league, and shout out to Rick Daddy, Ricky Chu, for not only being a good dude, but for always inviting me to play at his spots. He had a game going on at 10 p.m. at night. Now, your body is pretty tired by 10 p.m., but yet there we were, hooping it up from 10 p.m. And I knew I had to leave early because I had to be back at Jeopardy on Wednesday. So I only played from 10 to 11 and got a good sweat in because that's part of my workout. That's how I'm trying to stay fit and stay active, is basketball. I love playing basketball. So if anyone has a basketball game and they need a sub or something, I'm down to go pretty much wherever to play. If you need someone, I'm decent. I'm not great. I'm not a one. I'm not like a ball handler. But I can make some shots. And I know how to play defense, and that's where I think I am pretty good, and I fit in wherever anyone is. So if you ever need someone, give me a try. I might have fun with you. But we played till about, they played until about 12:30, but I left at around 11 because I had to be at Jeopardy again at 7 a.m. the next day. And again, we tape until 8 p.m. So I'm not home till about like 9, and it's been a pretty long day. And then I forget that I'm supposed to go hang out with the monkey on Thursday. Yes, the monkey and Marin Dungy, they're nice enough. Kevin's nice enough to invite me to the KLOS takeover of Disneyland. So Thursday night, drive my ass down to Anaheim, hook up with the monkey and Kevin Ryder and Marin, and we have a great night. It's a great chill night. It wasn't like normal Disneyland, we just relaxed, had fun, caught up. It was really nice to hang with Kevin and Marin. And guys, I don't know if you know this, but Marin is pretty rad. So just hanging out with her. I was kind of bummed that Kev Dog couldn't come on a lot of the rides with us because, one, a lot of the rides aren't great for his back. We all know he has back issues. But then two, the rides we got on the other ones were like spinny and he doesn't like those. So he didn't get on. So it would have been cool to get on some more rides with Cav Dog, but we had a nice night. We got on Guardians of the Galaxy, which is the best ride, and then of course in typical monkey fashion, he somehow gets injured and cuts himself and is bleeding everywhere all over California Adventure. So we had to go clean him up for that, but nothing a little water and tissue could help. But yeah, good times with the monkey. So that's Thursday. Now, I've talked about my doggy Rhonda for a lot. Friday, or Thursday night, we come home pretty late. The event ended at midnight, and we're in Anaheim, so it's time we got to the parking lot and get home. Then I had to feed Rhonda, so I fed her pretty late. So it was about 2:00 before I even get home and get to bed. So Friday, we got to be at work. We got to be at work. And normally Fridays, I have surf club where I go surf with my buddies, the LA Surf Club, which everyone's invited to. Come learn how to surf. Or if you know how to surf, come surf with us. It's fun. We hang out. We have donuts and coffee and just chat and meet new people. It's pretty cool. People of all ages. I mean, young people and old people like myself. We all hang out. Everyone's pretty nice across the board. Yeah, so I don't go to that because obviously I'm way too tired. But what do we wake up to? Rhonda bugging us. Normally she bugs me to go outside to go to the bathroom. But this time it was a little weird because she was bugging me like not for food, but to wake me up to let me know that something was wrong. Now, oh my God, this was a bad day for Rhonda. And of course, since she had a bad day, we had a shitty day. And what does that mean? That means Rhonda was literally shitting everywhere. Normally she wakes me up to go out poop. Doesn't matter the time of day. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. She'll wake me up and go. But she must have felt bad or something because she decided, I'm not going to wake them up. I'm just going to go shit all over the kitchen floor, on the rug bowl in the kitchen, in the dining room, just a little poop here, a little poop there. And normally Rhonda has little nugs, right? But no, not today. Not today. Today she's dropping little watery poops everywhere. And in my bathroom, she decides to go in my bathroom, leaves two little nugs there, and they come. But here's the worst part. We wake up, and right by Chris's head, there's a fucking trail of shit in our bed. And pet owners, I know this is not it's happened to everybody. And it's happened to me before where she's either pissed in bed or shit in bed. But this was nasty. This just a big long streak of poop right by Krista's head because we have a California King, so there's some space in between Krista and I, and that's where Rhonda and Roger and everyone, both of them sleep when we're in bed. When it's a nice night and we're all in bed together, that's where they sleep. They sleep in between us. But this time, Rhonda just left the shit. It was a strip of shit, and it was disgusting. It was gross. So our Friday morning, and mind you, I'm fucking exhausted. Krista's exhausted. We're tired from the week, and I have to be at work in about 3 hours. So we have to my morning consisted of us mopping, washing, cleaning, washing Rhonda's ass. Like, this is the non-glorious part of being a pet owner. I mean, look, she's cute as hell, and she's an adorable dog, and she's a great dog for the most part, But this is the non-fun part of being a pet owner, is when your dog has a shitty day, and in turn, you have a shitty day. So I started work late because we had to clean all the sheets, clean the rugs, wash things outside. But it was okay, and her stomach was okay, so it's okay. She's still my little girl. She's still my little baby's the cutest thing in the world. And she just got groomed, so yay, she's cute. Oh yeah, Jeopardy premieres Wednesday, September 27th on ABC. Check it out. See who I booked. You might like them, but it was fun. But Jake says, I don't know if you watched the show, Dave, but one of the characters on the show is named Gata. And Gata has a chain. He has a bunch of chains around his neck because he's a rapper. He's a rapper. He's a hype man. And one of the chains is a street sign for Western. Now, I never really, really understood why he would have a street sign that says Western. Now, Western is a street in Los Angeles that goes all the way from Silver Lake to, where does it go to? Yeah, because it turns into Los Feliz. So Los Feliz, down Hollywood, all the way through South LA. I don't even know where it ends. Torrance, maybe? It ends at the beach, right? So Western is a huge street. It's a big thoroughfare, as they say. I think that's the right word. But now Krista and I live off of Western, and we have coined a term. It be called Western be wildin'. So I'm going to tell you why Western be wildin' today. Normally, we have the hookers on Western. They're up and down. Hooker update. They left my block. Yeah, Western be wildin' so much, they left my block. So yay, I got no more hookers on my block. Good for me. But they moved down the block to down Western. A couple of blocks over, I still see them. And so the hookers are there. They're okay. But Western be wildin'. There's so much shit that goes on Western. People are driving crazy at nighttime when they have the yellow flashing lights, which I had no idea was like go. It was like a green. No idea what that was. But people haul ass, and it's supposed to be caution lights. And nope, they're just speeding. I've seen road rage incidents at 7 a.m. in the morning. Some bad crashes. But let me just tell you about the latest Western be wildin' story. I was coming home from work because I work off of Western. This is so crazy. I work off of Western, so I just drive Western every day. And I'm coming home from work, and there's all these people who set up like mom and pop taco shops and pupuserias and quesadillas and all these types of different street vendors who set up shop along Western. So I'm coming down, and I see there's some traffic, and I see white smoke ahead of me. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, so someone's just starting up their grill, they're burning it up, they're lighting it up, and there's just white smoke, thinking nothing of it. But then I see people start merging into one lane, into the left lane. And I'm thinking, okay, so there's a fire of some sort. But the smoke is white, so nothing too crazy. But then I see a big plume of smoke. There's more smoke coming. And I'm like, okay, this is strange. This isn't a street vendor. This is something else. So as I get up to the corner, I see a Jeep that is burning out his tire. This guy is busted a tire. He's on an axle, but he's still turning the tire, and it's hitting the street, and like sparks are coming out, and it's just white smoke. But I noticed that his other tires the axles were off the body. Like he wrecked this Jeep. This guy wrecked his Jeep, and then it stops. And I'm still in traffic, mind you, and I'm just sitting there, and people are moving around it. It's at a stoplight, and it's a big stoplight, and people are going through, the stoplight. We're at red, and then I see, as soon as it turns red, a group of people start surrounding this car, and I'm like, oh, well, this guy just got in an accident. They're gonna help him, but then I see a guy pull out a long kitchen knife, like not the ones that like the big fat ones that you're chopping up veggies and stuff like that. This is a long knife that you like stick in and start cutting the meat. Like it's long with jagged edges, and he pulls out a knife and starts running towards the car, and I'm like, oh shit, something is going down right in front of me, and I can't move anymore. I'm just stuck in traffic at a red light. But the people who were surrounding the car, they weren't in the street or anything. So they weren't blocking traffic or anything. They were just surrounding the car because he hit like the sidewalk, the turn, like ran the right lane. He hit it, and that's where he stopped, and his tires fell off or whatever. So then we're just stuck there, and I see this group of people trying to get into the car. One guy is furious and starts like smashing hitting the door and trying to open the door like strongly, and another guy's trying to break the window on the other side. I was like, oh my god, what happened here? This is no longer hey, this guy got into an accident, let's help him out. This is a mob getting to the driver of, yo, we're gonna get you. So right before it turns green, the guys open the door. I don't know if that dude unlocked the door or what, but they open the door, pull this guy out after punching him a couple of times, pull him out, throw him to the ground, drag him, and at this point they're dragging him around the car, and I see the group, it's about 5 people, go around him and start punching him and kicking him. And there's another guy who comes in and is like trying to be the peacekeeper, which is, man, it's tough because you want to, like, I don't know what this guy did, but you want to like not have violence in the street, but you also don't want, when there's a mob, to be that guy who gets stabbed because you're just in the way of something. So luckily there was no stabbing, there was just punching and fighting. So it turns green and I leave. And then I pass by and nothing. I'm like, okay, I don't want to see it. I'm just like, all right, thank God there was no guns. I don't want to see a murder right in front of me. So I keep going down. About a block down on Western, they have these RVs that are just parked there. I guess they're homeless encampments, right? There's 2 RVs, but one of them was fucking smashed. And the lady was in the middle of the street cleaning up her mess. Like she was sweeping the street because the RV was smashed. And I noticed there was 2 cars with back, like the backs of their cars were just rammed. Like they got rammed from behind. Whoops, I just rammed my mic. They got rammed from behind, and it was nuts. Like I was just like, of course, this is Western be wildin'. So there's another accident down the block. So then I'm driving down, and then I see the police cars racing up. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna go to that one accident. I see them racing up. There's 3 cop cars. They're racing up. They're on it. Someone called the cops. Great. I get home. I check my Citizen app because Citizen's gonna be there. And I got the full recap. There was someone there live, and they talked to someone who witnessed the whole thing. And here's what happened. This guy stole the Jeep and was intoxicated, right? Stole the Jeep with a passenger, was driving down up Western, I should say. I was driving down Western. He was driving up Western, hit 2 cars as they were there in traffic, at a light. Hits 2 cars, then runs into the RV, like driving alongside of it, like you see in the movies, where just smashing the RV, and then goes into the intersection, tries to bust a bitch because there's cars in his lane, tries to bust a bitch and is out of control and hits the curb and smashes his tires. And that's when I came in and I start seeing him smoke out because he hit the curb and his tires busted out. Now, the mob, what happened was they did indeed beat the shit out of him. They beat him up pretty bad. But the video was showing the guy, the driver, which some say he deserves it. I mean, 1 or 2 punches, yes, but he could have killed people. So, listen, man, this is the moral dilemma of street theory, right? Like, this guy could have killed people, beat his ass until the cops come. But he then got beat up. The cops came. They got there. He had a passenger. The passenger did not try to run. He just stayed and you know, put his hands up when the mob was getting the driver. He didn't try to help the driver or anything. He just put his hands up and stayed out of it. And the cops came, arrested the passenger, or at least handcuffed him for questioning, because I don't know what the deal was, but arrested the driver. But they were saying that he stole the car, wrecked it, ran into all those people. So I think those were all the people from the homeless encampment beating the shit out of him because they ruined their spot, you know. But luckily, no one was hurt other than the driver. But man, that's just another day on Western, because Western be wildin'. Now, if you have a Western be wildin' story, please share it with me. I want to know what else I'm missing. Please do. You know, Dave KOM on Instagram, Twitter, hit me up. I want to know all these stories. But Western for sure be wildin'. All right, let's do a segment I haven't done in a minute. But let's get into some bad news. All right. It's an intro. This segment's about to begin, though. Say hello to the darkness and welcome the blues. Dave is about to bring you some bad news. Oh, no. All right, let's go to New York, where an 8-year-old was doing a lemonade stand to make money. And you know how 8-year-olds do. They just make some shitty lemonade and water in a cup, and they pour it for you. You give them $1. You carry on your way. You know, everyone's good. Well, not in New York, because in the Upper West Side, these 2 guys go up to Julian Lynn and ask them for 2 cups of coffee. Coffee? What the fuck am I saying? I need coffee. They ask for 2 cups of lemonade. And when little Julian, this is his first mistake, when little Julian turns his back to go get said lemonade, these 2 guys grab his money jar and run off with it, jumping on scooters and taking off. What the fuck? So Julian says, I feel disappointed in humanity. I didn't realize that someone would want to rob an 8-year-old. Now, some of his customers paid him using Venmo, so he didn't lose all his money. But then his neighbors also stepped up by trying to make up for these stolen earnings. You know, he says, when I lost all that cash, a lot of people wanted to help me recover, so they gave me extra big tips. It made me feel good that so many people wanted to help me recover from this attack. Okay, it wasn't an attack. It was, they just took your jar. It made me feel happy, joyful, and grateful. The youngster, who goes by the professional name Julian Businessman and favors bow ties and neckties while on the job, has been bootstrapping since he was 4. From folding boxes at a local bakery to mopping classroom floors to helping out a neighborhood fruit stand. I just love working, he told the blog UpperEastSide.com. I love everything about it. Local merchants who have gotten a helping hand from Julian said they're sad, but sure he'll bounce back. He's such a nice gentleman, a nice kid, very optimistic and positive. Melanie Singh, a cashier at Epic's Bakery, told the Post. He is a business kid, and I'm sure he will never stop. The owner of the neighborhood fruit stand, who identified himself only as John, agreed. He is a business kid, he says. I'm sure he will never stop. So he said the same thing that the lady said. Great reporting here, Post. All right. Despite Sunday's financial setback, Julian agreed that he hasn't soured on the future business endeavors, although he has learned some valuable lessons. Yeah, like you put the lemonade in the front, not in back, where you turn around and you put the money in the back, where only you can get it. Come on, Julian. I know you're 8, but where are your parents? They could have helped you out. Julian says, I will keep doing what I'm doing because I love being a businessman and I love dogs. Okay. He added, we all love dogs. And he added, 30% of my profits go to the best friend's animal sanctuary. His parents agreed that the unpleasant experience was a teaching moment. It's an important lesson for any businessman. We are just grateful that so many people have come out to support Julian in the aftermath. They told the Post in a statement Thursday. We still look out for one another when going gets tough, and that's what Julian is taking away from this, they added. Okay, this is kind of sad, right? Like, who robs an 8-year-old? But at the same time, because that was pretty dumb to keep your money in the front. At the same time, what if this was all a ploy by little Julian, businessman Julian, where, the little 8-year-old kid got robbed. Everybody Venmo this guy more money to make up for the money he lost. So he pays these two guys $150 that was in the jar. Easy peasy. No one's going to arrest these guys because they're never going to find them. And he makes more money. And now he's in the news. And now people are going to go to his lemonade stand. I call this marketing. So great job, Julian. Great job on your marketing. What's going on in Chicago? You might be thinking, right? Everyone hears the stories about Chicago and how crazy it is and violent. But, I mean, every city is like that, right? Right? Well, how about this story? A Chicago TV news crew reporting on a string of robberies in the city's West Town neighborhood became the story when they themselves were robbed at gunpoint early Monday. According to the Chicago Tribune, a reporter and a photographer for Spanish-language TV station Univision Chicago were filming just before 5 a.m. in the 1200 block of North Milwaukee Avenue when 3 white men wearing ski masks and brandishing firearms robbed them at gunpoint. They were approached with guns and robbed, said Luis Godinez, vice president of news at Univision Chicago. Mainly, it was personal items, and they took a camera. The Chicago police identified the victims as 20-year-old male and a 52-year-old male. They were outside when the 3 men drove up in a gray sedan and black SUV. After taking the items, the armed robbers fled southbound in their vehicles. No injuries were reported, and no one is in custody, the police said. Okay, why are you robbing news people? They're just out there trying to do their jobs, man. I mean, like, if you're going to rob a news person, you take all the equipment, right? You don't take their personal items because the equipment is going to get replaced. Their personal items, maybe not. So don't be dicks. Don't be dicks. Stop it. And how do you get away in Chicago that easily? Those streets are narrow as fuck. All right. Well, it doesn't get any better in Texas, of course, because a Mexican man is injured after a Texas National Guardsman fired a weapon across the Rio Grande and hit him. It appears the man was still in Mexico when this occurred. The man, Darwin Jose Garcia, first said he was trying to enter the United States by crossing the river, but later claimed he was practicing a sport. Yeah, swimming, right? A spokesperson for the National Guard said the incident is under investigation. I am deeply troubled by this escalation in force on our border, Senator Cesar Blanco of El Paso said. We are not at war with Mexico. God damn it. Border patrols, don't fucking start firing at people across the border. Come on. Don't fire at my people. Oh, it was a National Guard. Sorry, not Border Patrol. National Guardsman. Stop firing at my people. Stop it. Don't do that. That's bad. It's bad across any border. Don't fire at Canadians. Don't fire at Mexicans. Ugh, Jesus Christ. And that was some bad news. All right, I came across this video on Instagram, and it just, I think I could relate to it.
Why do white people make their edibles so strong? What are you running from? Why am I tasting colors? I just wanted to go to Target. Now I gotta call somebody to come get me because my car turned into a spaceship and I don't know how to fly it. I'm not an astronaut. Yo, I'm so high. But while I'm next to the man, while I'm sitting right next to him, does anybody have any questions for God? Because I'm right there.
That is the normal experience on edibles. Like, why are they so strong? I don't get it. And some people can take them and just go about their day. Now, I know there's different milligrams of edibles. Like, there's the 5, there's the 10 milligrams of THC, which are really harmless. But then you get into the 25 or 100 milligrams. And there's been times where I've been like this gentleman, where I swear I could see the universe expanding one atom at a time, one gas at a time. And I remember this one time we were at the Smokeout Festival, and I knew one of the vendors, and he hooked me up with all these edibles. And I decided, hey, you know what? They all look, and I asked him, how are they? And he's like, they're fine. They're mid-range. And I was like, all right, cool. So I had a couple of them because one was like peanuts, and another was a gummy, and another was a drink. And the next thing I know, about 20 minutes later, I had no legs. I look at my friend and I say, my legs don't work. Friend, my legs do not work. I have no legs. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that movie Kids, where the guy's like, I have no legs. I have no legs. But that was me. That was me looking at my friend, and I legitimately couldn't feel my legs. Now, mind you, I'm standing straight up, so my legs are working. But I was like, I can't feel my legs. And then my friend proceeds to walk me out of the festival. And this is before weed was completely legal, I think. I think it was still in the medicinal marijuana phase. But I'm walking on the streets of San Bernardino, and cops come by, and I'm trying to be cool. Like, be cool, be cool. And my friend's like, dude, you were walking so funny. You were walking like so slow, like stretching out your legs. And I was like, how? I didn't know how my legs were working at that moment. I felt that I did not have them. But those stories are wild. A friend of mine took an edible at dinner. He's like, I'm just going to try to speed up my high. And he just did it, or speed up my drinking. And he didn't realize that he took a 25 milligram or 25, I don't know what it's, milligram, grams, or whatever. I don't know. But he took 25, but then he took 2. And then next thing you know, we lost him. He got up from dinner, took a walk on Sunset Boulevard, came back, and was like, hey, do you guys know there's things happening outside? We're like, yeah, it's a boulevard. It's busy. But he was gone. So be careful with edibles. And for those who enjoy them, more power to you. I cannot touch them anymore. But man, they usually lead to a good, fun story. Well, Jank says, I think that's it for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a Patreon subscriber. And for those who aren't, because this is going to be a free episode, join up, man. Join up, because I don't know how long I'm going to join. I'm going to keep doing free episodes. So I would really love for you to continue listening and being a Patreon subscriber. And to those who are Patreon subscribers, I appreciate you. Jank says, until next time, squish!
They're trying to cut my shit.
We don't want you. We got you.
But this is California.